I think the number one problem they have is not necessarily some of the things that I've just mentioned, but training. Training is the biggest and most important aspect to deliver not only a seller, a good person that will take care of them, but a buyer that needs to get the right information handed to them in a professional way.
Would you just speak to, because a lot of people who are listening to this may not know just how challenging the old model was, but give us some of those pain points, some of those challenges that you found before eXp.
Well, business brokers have they have a challenge every day because they live and die by listings and by sales. And so in between, let's say listing A and listing B, it could be 3 months or 6 months. It could even be longer. And so the challenge is it's feast or famine. So if you're closing deals, you're actually making large commissions and you're being able to take care of your family. But in between those deals, you're actually struggling a little bit because what eXp has done is being able to create a system where we're actually going to pay higher commissions because there is a cap. And once that cap is met, there is what we call rev share. And as the company grows globally, as someone comes into eXp, we're actually taking 50% of our cap dollars and we're sharing it with those business brokers, commercial agents, residential agents. And that's putting a substantial amount of money into individuals' pockets. There's people that make a couple of $1,000s a month, and there's people that make $100,000 a day in rev share. And that's a big spread, but it really depends on, are you a person that is actively outgrowing your organization? One of the other biggest things that any agent has, whether they're in commercial or residential, is there's usually no health care. And eXp has bridged the gap with some of the best healthcare in the industry. We have errors and omissions insurance, which covers every transaction up to $85 million at $100 per deal. And after 10 deals for that calendar year, there's no additional cost in E&O to you. So as people come into this industry, I think the number one problem they have is not necessarily some of the things that I've just mentioned, but training. Training is the biggest and most important aspect to deliver not only a seller, a good person that will take care of them, but a buyer that needs to get the right information handed to them in a professional way so they can actually close transactions. The great thing about eXp is our stage, our training stage. Every person that comes into the organization that has an ability to train, no matter what it's on, we'll have a minimum of about 50 hours of training weekly that someone can tune into. And then if they are trainers, they can actually get on the stage and do a training on that subject that they're really good at. So as we attract the best agents, brokers, M&A firms in the world, those people will come into our system and they will train our agents all over the globe. And as I say, if you're a trainer, you're the one that's going to make a large amount of rev share because you're attracting attention to yourself. And people want to be connected and joined to very successful and intelligent and educated people that can help them get their job done better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just remember my experience at Marcus Millichap, which is an amazing firm. Commercial real estate training was I think number one, is still probably one of the top in the industry. And it was like the Navy SEALs of training, right? And what was amazing about it was they trained and they taught us well. But one of the challenges was on the backside of that, where you might bring in somebody and you might train them and you might give your secrets and you might give your best practices just for them to become a direct competitor.